All right, let's dive into a leadership idea that might just change how you think about your job. We're going to talk about how to stop being the janitor and start being the architect.
So let me ask you a question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. Are you your team's highly paid janitor? Are you the one who's always rushing from fire to fire, cleaning up messes, fixing things? It's a trap, and a lot of really good leaders fall into it.
So what exactly is this highly paid janitor? Look, it's not about being a control freak. Usually, it comes from a really good place, right? You want to help, you want to keep things moving. But the impact of all that helping, well, that's where things start to go wrong. And here's the catch. What feels like you being committed, what feels like you being helpful, it accidentally creates a team that relies on you for, well, everything. You end up being the bottleneck, and they just learn to wait for you to come in and save the day. This whole problem really boils down to one thing: a really dangerous confusion between serving your team and just plain substituting for your team. They might sound kind of the same, but trust me, they are worlds apart.
So let's break that down. Real servant leadership, that's about serving the system. It's about building up your team's ability to handle things themselves. But substitution, that's just you mopping up spills. That's you rescuing them every time things get a little tough. One builds strength for the long haul. The other just creates short-term relief and long-term weakness. And this quote just nails it. Every single time you jump in to fix something your team really should have handled, you're sending a message, whether you mean to or not. And that message is, you can't do this without me. It's like a quiet vote of no confidence, and it just chips away at their initiative over time.
So what happens when this janitor mode becomes your default? Well, it kicks off a really predictable and pretty damaging downward spiral. Let's talk about the real costs of always cleaning up. First off, initiative just tanks. I mean, why would anyone on your team really wrestle with a hard problem if they know deep down that you're going to swoop in and solve it for them anyway? They learn to just escalate things right away and wait for the rescue. Their own problem-solving muscles just start to waste away.
Next up, accountability gets fuzzy, super blurry. When you're always the one who does the final fix or the final rewrite, people stop feeling that deep sense of ownership. It's not clear where their job ends and your job begins. The unspoken feeling is, it's not really my final call anyway. And the big one, the final consequence, is that the whole system, your whole organization becomes fragile. Its growth gets capped by your personal ability to clean up messes. Because the team is never really allowed to struggle, to make small mistakes and learn from them, it just never gets a chance to mature.
And this is the great irony in all of this. That feeling of being indispensable, being the go-to person who can fix anything, that's not actually a sign of great leadership. It's a warning sign of a weak system. The more you're needed, the more you've failed at building a team that can stand on its own 2 feet.
Okay, so enough of the problem. How do we fix it? Well, it takes a real shift in how you see yourself. You have to stop being the chief fixer and start thinking of yourself as the chief architect.
And it all boils down to the question you ask yourself when a problem hits your desk. The fixer, the janitor, asks, how can I solve this quickly? But the architect asks a totally different question. Who should be solving this? That one little change shifts your focus from the immediate fire to the long-term health of your system.
So think about it this way. Your main job isn't to run around with a wrench fixing leaks. Your job is to design a plumbing system that doesn't leak in the first place. Your real value is in design, not repair.
So what does an architect actually build? Well, they design systems. Systems for clear ownership, so everybody knows what their job is. They design clear rules for when a problem is big enough to bring to you. They build strong feedback loops, so the team is always learning. They create space for people to actually reflect. And, maybe most importantly, they create a culture where it's okay to fail intelligently, because that's how we learn. And this is so important to get. Letting your team struggle a bit isn't neglect. It's a strategy. You're not abandoning them. You're creating a space for them to build their own strength, their own judgment. Struggle is the gym for your team.
Okay, so let's make this super practical.
How can you tell where you are on the spectrum from janitor to architect? Well, there's a really simple test you can give yourself. Ask yourself this and be honest. If you took a 3-week vacation, totally unplugged, no email, no calls, what would happen? If the answer is that everything would grind to a halt, that is not a sign of how important you are. It's a sign that you've built a fragile system. An architect builds an organization that adapts and keeps on humming.
And really, this is the ultimate mindset shift. We have to change the way we keep score. Success isn't about the long list of fires you put out this week.
Real success is the growing list of problems that your team handled completely without you even knowing about them.
So what's the big takeaway? Your goal isn't just to put down the mop. It's to design a system that is so strong, so empowering, that nobody, not you, not anyone, has to pick up that mop ever again. So the question I'll leave you with is this: what system are you going to start designing today?